tryna go big. Better run up the cash and love to spend. Made a killing and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new.
Their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Tennessee Titans. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. First carry now for Nick Chubb. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down, escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. Now a handoff to Henry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher. And we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank. It doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
Ready up. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. 54.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Break. General West, come. Let's put him on the buses.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guaranteeing it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain of 32 that time. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 40, 30, 10. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Marr on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
Set, 8, read. Check, go. 54. Not today, you are. 2.
On second down, here's Henry. This will go for 5 up to the 33. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Tight dog, tight, orbit, and now.
Play action, it's Tannehill. The open man is Smith. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Derrick Henry. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A first down carry for Henry. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
50, plant.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. This is Henry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Penny, the first down carry. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Go! 60 Pittsburgh.
They'll try and run for it with Petty. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Again to Henry. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and
through an opening, and there he goes. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns were able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
20. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A terrific run there by Penny. 43 yards on the ground.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. They'll give Henry another shot. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point splits the uprights, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. A good run by Chubb on first down as he'll get about 6 yards there. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
On 2nd down now, Hilliard, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Check 22.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And they stop him short of the 1st, as he can only get to the 20. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Marr able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Flushed out right. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Penny. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off play action, Tannehill. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Adrian Claiborne, the one who makes the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Tannehill. And some space here. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 78 yards. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I'm coming. Wide. Get wide. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Hey. Check.
And again, it's Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
35-yard line.
Come on, set. Touch the outlaw. That's a party now. Watch twins, watch twins, watch twins. Twins, twins. Yeah.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
So that'll back him up 5.
60 outlaw.
Now it's Henry. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
10 over. Check 56. Ready?
Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
They'll run it again with Henry. Finding room to the 20. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Man, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, staying ahead of the chains.
Penny hit and the ball is jarred free. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now
a handoff looking right. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They run it again with Chubb. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
What's tight? Tight end's right. What's tight? Tight end's right. Alert! Alert! 3 down, 3 down. What's off? Here's the mic. So we got man. Yeah. Spine. No.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Here's Jamie Gillen now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. A great return there of 22 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill uncorks one for Davis. Oh, wide open, complete. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As his guys are able to pull a bit closer. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1.
The Browns take over 1st and 10. At their own 18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Gets this up across the 20 to the 21 or 22. Did show some power on that run, breaking the tackle.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way. Oh, Chubb fumbled it. It's picked up by the Titans. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. He was taken down by Quentin Dunbar. Again, it's Henry. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run, as they're now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And an alley to run. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A run for Nick Chubb. Again, he finds an opening. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Big Sears right here.
A give running right is Chubb. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
Check, 59. I got one.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee.
Here we go.
Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Come on, baby. I'm coming back.
And they will take a knee here. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
Well, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for Cleveland, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, it's a rare misstep as they'll drop to 11-2 on the year, and they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Good night, everybody.